Hello, everybody. Don't worry, we'll do it live. We'll figure it out. Patience is a virtue.
Music's still going.
That's right. We had a pre-recording going on, so we recorded y'all an episode for next week. But we're here, everybody. We got it rolling, and we wouldn't be rolling without our giveaway sponsor, who is BioBombs. Ain't that right, Dewar?
Get that funk out of your car.
Get the funk out.
Get the funk out. It's a family-friendly show, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it PG around here.
That's right. And
thanks for sticking around, everyone. It's a little bit late, but that's okay.
Yep. Our sponsor, BioBombs, will be giving away this episode in just a minute. They'll be giving away a vehicle deodorization kit, a 10-pack of BioBomb minis, and a Bio Fresh bar of your choosing. So you can get the funk out, you can put the smells back in, all that stuff. And here they come in hot 999, getting the super chat train rolling. Getting the funk going is going strong. So, Dewar, how are we giving this thing?
Well, I have a question curated. Again, lower 48. Don't we want to do it now? Right now?
Yeah, we're doing it now.
Okay, right now. So, obviously, this is not going to be one of those questions that you had to be listening, but you may have to get your Googles going. So, lower 48, we're going to ask you where you are. And the question is right here. So, you guys have a little bit of something going on next week. Mm-hmm. Canadians already did that, but I need to know exactly when it was. American Thanksgiving is next week. What day was Thanksgiving in Canada?
Great question. Great question.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do it first, just like Humberto. We're first.
Yeah,
so first one to knock that out.
Eating a nice Thanksgiving breakfast, done a little Black Friday shopping. Mm-hmm. What will you be doing?
I'll be probably working, but maybe doing some Black Friday shopping. Because again, as we were just talking with earlier about, Black Friday slowly become a month-long thing, which is kind of weird. But I mean, hey, what do you do?
Fun.
So, and we have ourselves a winner. Your favorite sauce, man.
Who's got the sauce? Oh, Titan Tim.
My goodness.
Shine your light detailing. Congratulations, sir.
He may be glossy, but he's got to get some stink out of there.
That's right. That's right. He can handle the exterior, no problem. And
speaking of handling the funds is A1 Auto Clean.
A1 Auto Clean coming in hot. Choo-choo. Chugging along with the super chat train. Appreciate you, good sir. But yeah, Titan Tim's going to enjoy a vehicle deodorization kit, 10-pack of BioBomb minis, and a Bio Fresh bar of your choice, sir. So pick out a nice fresh bar. You can pick their newest one, iced out. They got orange and a new car. And my favorite one is Dope Soap is my favorite. It smells like cedar or cedar wood.
You know what else is dope? Kimberly MC, $4.99.
Keeping the super chat train rolling. Here we go, boys. We're all to the race.
Oh my goodness!
What's that?
Tim McLaughlin.
It's Tim coming in hot. The super chat train of the year.
Doesn't even need to say a darn thing.
Wow!
And then not to be up by Detailing Made Simple. My goodness.
Go check him out. Check Sock out. Detailing Made Simple. He's pumping out all kinds of content.
Appreciate you, McLaughlin. Appreciate that. I know
I'm already exhausted. We're only 4 minutes in.
We're already, man, I'm done. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yep, that worked.
Cut it short.
I got some Black Friday shopping to start.
Roll the finish. My goodness.
My goodness. There you go. Thanks to BioBombs.
That's right. That's right, Joey. God damn.
Tim, yeah.
But speaking of, man, we got to come off this high a little bit. So
a little bit.
I think we got someone to chill us out a little bit, to give us some epic information. Who do we got?
Yeah, I think today's podcast guest got a little Black Friday sale going on next week as well that he's going to drop on us. He also has a new product ready to launch, I believe, on Black Friday. And he brought a mystery horseman. So this is going to be good. So let's bring on Aaron first. Aaron, welcome to the cast. Good sir. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. Hanging in there. It's a Friday, so that's always a bonus.
Yep, everybody.
Hey, Ron.
Throw your Phoenix up. Kaka. He is in the house. USA.
But I will hold my thoughts to myself.
You know, I picked up on that a little bit yesterday when we were talking,
Ooh.
and
Oof.
I thought that maybe I had overstepped myself.
Oh,
being
hell
that,
no.
You know,
Oh,
that
hell
we,
no.
you know, saved the world twice over, back to back.
Mhm.
So I apologize if I overstepped myself. I mean,
Oh, no. We're all good.
we love the Canadians.
Yep.
Yep. They're all right.
You're not too terrible
For
far
some
from us,
reason,
but-
Letterkenny. That's a great show. I
That's a
enjoy
good
that a
show.
lot. They gave
Yeah,
us that.
A lot of dry humor. Yep.
Oh man, it's yeah.
They gave us Wayne Gretzky. All right, you got to give
Hey.
them props where that's at, right?
Pretty good.
Yep.
No, but I will also say that the longest sniper shot ever made in the world was made by a Canadian using American ammo, but it was the kill shot was from a Canadian. So
Very
you
cool.
got
We'll
that
take
claim
that to
to
the
fame as
bank.
well.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Not too shabby.
So-
Not too shabby. Well, Mr. Phoenix, do you want to introduce the mystery horseman yourself? I think you hand chose him for this episode.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of reasons why we brought this particular person in. But if we don't get him in here, he'll probably wander off into traffic.
Sure,
so we should
sure.
probably get him in here just to keep him in
He's
line.
probably got some meat smoking that he needs to attend to. If we
Oh,
get him on.
That's a good hint on who it is.
Got the YouTube channel going over there. He didn't bring the taco hat this time, but everybody welcome to the cast, Mr. Papa Smurf. What's going on, brother?
Yo! What's up, everybody? What's up, Jamie?
Throw your
What's
feet
up,
Man,
What are your
judging by that beard that Eric's got, you think he has a bad winter coming, but it's just rain.
He's got 3 birds that are growing up inside the beard.
Marge Simpson's jealous right there.
That's right. They got the theme.
How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing in the chats? Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for having me on the Cleaner Cast.
That's right.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Last year we had a heck of a podcast rolling in the Black Friday with Phoenix COD and Papa Smurf. So I said, let's do it again. See if we can recapture some magic, all that good stuff, and see what the last year has entailed with Phoenix COD and the Papa Smurf. And I just missed you guys. It's been.
I was just saying how it was like. I think you made a comment on one of my posts or something, and I reached out to you, and I was like, "How come we're not talking anymore?" And obviously, you're very, very busy. We're stupid busy.
Everybody's busy. Yep.
Next, as soon as we drop this panel prep, people are going to be like, "So what's next?" And it's
oh
my god, you
got
to give me 3 months or at least to enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I do appreciate the platform, Jamie. Thanks for letting us come on.
No
we
problem.
got this next, the next 30 days is going to be absolutely insane for Phoenix, and hopefully everybody and anybody that's connected to Phoenix will feel it as well.
Right.
So as you know, like we talk about on Phoenix's stuff all the time. Thanksgiving is really very special to me personally and my family. And so it is the biggest sale of the year. It's kind of a way to pay homage to my grandfather, which was his favorite holiday. And then that also signifies the beginning of the Rise from the Ashes Phoenix EOD Pay It Forward campaign. And we run that basically from Thanksgiving to Christmas. So however many days that is, and later in your, I don't want to dominate the mic, but later on in your cast, we can talk about exactly what the Pay It Forward campaign is. So those are the big 3 things that I really want to talk about. Is the Pay It Forward, which is the most important to me.
Yep.
And then of course the panel prep, like you had mentioned earlier, and then the Black Friday sale.
I love that.
So
the people, what the people love? Sale is Kimberly MC's favorite 4 little words. So usually at the beginning is the most audience. So go ahead and drop that Black Friday information for them, and when's the sale start and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, so the Black Friday sale starts. Unfortunately, I try to be a traditionalist. I get a lot of hassle from my cousins about tradition. They're like, "Why do you have to be so hold to tradition?" But that's just the way that I am. So midnight on Thursday is when the Black Friday sale will kick off. We have a very strong presence on Amazon right now. So it's very hard to kind of mingle the two. So there's basically going to be 2 sales going on simultaneously. one for the Amazon, and then one for my website, the website. So on Amazon, it's going to be 40% off ceramics. And because I fulfill ceramics on Amazon, because right now it's still classified as a hazardous material, because I guess in an isolated format, it's flammable.
It's a bomb.
If you buy the 100 milliliter bottle on Amazon, I will automatically give you a 50 milliliter bottle for free.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a 40% ceramic sale.
There
And if you buy the larger bottle, you automatically get the smaller bottle for free.
Oh,
and then it's going to be 30% off of everything else that's on Amazon.
Wow.
So all of the
clapping is right. Clapping
the Titan,
is right.
the Apex soap, the Furies, the Hydra, those will all be 30% off. Oh, and the Kraken, those are all 30% off of Amazon.
Kimberly already got an Amazon gift card. She's ready to spend, so she's ready.
Yep.
Yeehaw. And then
I'll tell you what, though, it's clearly you got to wait to hit that website, because my goodness, those deals are going to be.
You're going to have to hit the little box. I was told by my Amazon guy, there's no buy box listed on the Kronos yet, because it hasn't been up there long enough to generate that kind of traction. Yep. So there's no buy box, but there's a little white box that you click on, and then you'll see the different buying options. So just click on that, and if enough people click on that, then the buy box will magically appear. That's just how the Amazon algorithm works.
So can everybody here in the chat pop over?
Yeah,
Amazon.com.
Amazon. Do pull it up. Let's investigate.
Pulling it up.
I don't know.
Let's investigate.
Hey,
let's see if we can get this going.
If you would click on Shine Your Light Details comment, he just dropped a video today.
Yep.
Doing an update. It's pretty significant. It's a 25-year-old paint. It's been like the Kronos application was put on his vehicle for 22 months, and it's killing it. So there's that. So then on the website, it's going to be the same thing: 40% off ceramics. You buy a 100 milliliter bottle, you get a 50 milliliter bottle for free, and then it's going to be 20% off of all the other chemicals. But what's different from Amazon, there's no way to build the algorithm on Amazon. So if you buy a large bottle, like a gallon bottle of any of the products, you will automatically get a pint bottle for free. So if you buy a gallon of Kraken, you get a pint bottle of Kraken as well.
Right, here we go.
So when I check out, this is one of the coatings that's coming up.
For sure.
You got Immortal.
Because when I go back, we got Titan.
Yeah, Immortal will be 40% off as well.
Okay, perfect. So.
But yeah, Kronos is in there somewhere. I know a few people have actually bought it off of Amazon, so I know that it's there. I just don't know where.
Oh, here we go. Phoenix the book.
Yeah, if you guys do a little bit of digging, I'm sure you can find it.
There you go.
And,
it says brand Phoenix EOD. If you click on that, it might take you to the store.
There we go.
I don't know how it works. They're difficult.
No,
maybe not. I don't know.
Weird stuff.
Like
Either way,
it hasn't been on there long enough for it to really kind of appear in the algorithm, but it's out there. I know that people have bought it off of Amazon.
Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's not on the Canadian.
Where are we going?
It's Chevrolet garbage. All right, let's get out of it. Anyways, my Canadian IP addressing may be filtering out.
Yeah,
it might
you want them to find you, man. You want them to find you.
Yep. But yeah, for anybody out there, look it up on Amazon, and then
there you go. That is.
So yeah, that's the biggest sale of the year. Like we do something on the 4th of July as well, but it's not nearly as big as this. This is the one. This is if you're going to.
I think for Klemskis, this is just for .com. So, but Carzilla
Carzilla carries
full
everything.
line.
Yeah,
Bucky VW 5% off, not 40, but it's 5 something.
Hey, it's something.
We take shameless plug right there.
Yeah. But speaking of Immortal, I think it was old Tim put some Immortal on some leather, so you can take Immortal inside the vehicle, do some leather coating. So that was pretty good results he was showing from that. From some.
I imagine you can use it on plastic too. I mean, all kinds of stuff, man.
I think Tim's just gonna use it on himself here in a minute.
Yeah, I think he's coated in Phoenix EOD and just himself walking around all hydrophobic. But anyway, going from there, was that all? Was that going to wrap up the Black Friday sale?
Yeah, basically everything that's on Amazon and then the website. Those are the two
Fair.
sales going on simultaneously. Obviously, if you buy through Amazon, you can leave comments and reviews, and that always helps us so much. Reviews and stars and all that stuff is very, very helpful to get the name out there. So.
Tim uses it on everything. Nice.
Joel, Papa Smurf featured in our new already canceled pod. What do you mean? What am I featured in? I didn't even know I was featured in
You're
anything.
on podcast and don't even know.
You gotta let me know, man. I'm down. I'm down for anything, man.
I think their show they watch the clips, so they must be watching a Papa Smurf clip on the newest episode. We're gonna have to go check that one out.
All right, so I will have to give credit to David. I had to adjust my zip code, so I'm going to bring it up now.
David with the tips.
I didn't even think to do that, so now we got all kinds.
There
of
it is.
Holy smokes!
Look at all the Phoenix.
Look how
There
hot
it
this is.
How do you switch to a U.S. zip code?
Hey Tim, I don't know about Dudes on Dudes podcast. That doesn't
Right
sound
up here. So I picked the most infamous zip code of 90210.
Oh, I didn't even know you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just the so if I go in here now,
I'll definitely watch.
and then go Phoenix, then it should show up hopefully.
Yeah.
But if not, do a little digging. Have some
There you
fun
go.
with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
There's a lot more here, so
Yeah, time to stock up on your Chronos coatings. And,
Absolutely.
And you can.
Yeah, it's got a phenomenal shelf life, so now's the time to do it. If you're going to
It
do
does.
it,
I still
now's
have
the time
a-
to do it.
big old bottle from the last sale still hanging out in my drawer, and it looks just fine.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
So you can get certified in the Chronos coating. You want to tell the people if anybody's interested in that, how they can go about certification?
Sure. So the idea behind, we first and foremost, we looked at every company out there that does the certification and basically what the industry standard was.
Yep.
And there's usually a requirement of buying the product.
Right.
And it feels kind of self-serving. It's like, oh, well, if I just buy the product, then I can become certified. Well, we also ask that you submit before and after pictures. And the idea behind, we say, 3 small bottles or 2 large bottles of the ceramic coating to qualify. And the reason for that is you have to be comfortable enough with using the product before you can just be certified and be able to troubleshoot problems, ask those kind of questions as they approach. When you go, like when everybody came to the Southern Detailers Conference, and Brian and Papa was there, they were helping people do ceramic coatings on the hands-on workshops. Mm-hmm. There was no minimum payment minimum bottle requirement. Anybody that showed up and got trained by the 4 horsemen were automatically certified. That, you know what I mean? Because like you learn from the Jedi Masters how to put on the ceramic coating, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that before you become certified, you know what you're doing. And so repetition obviously means that you're going to need the product. And, I've gotten a couple of emails. Well, my guy is certified with Geon or CarPro or whatever. Every ceramic coating, as 1,000 different testing videos have shown, every coating is different.
Sure.
And they react differently with different products and so on and so forth. So in order to become certified for Phoenix, we require you to buy 3 small bottles or 2 large bottles. And then show us before and after pictures of the vehicles that you've installed it on. Mm-hmm. And then you can get a digital copy for free. Like we'll just make you a digital copy and email it to you. Nice. If you want a hard copy that comes with a frame, comes framed and
the internet famous right there. Oh, Eric is ready, hot and heavy.
I've got mine hanging out in the shop.
Yeah. So it comes framed. And then it's got either an outdoor sticker or a window sticker that says that you're an authorized installer.
Oh, I didn't get any of those.
That's all I got. That's all I got right here. Detail roast, folks.
Yeah.
So and that's and then you also get your contact information listed on our website, so that and it's with links. So if they're in Louisiana, they can click right on Jamie the Cleaner, and it'll either go right to your email or to your website.
Beautiful. And for those that don't know, Chronos is definitely a professional level strength coating. You want to break it down for them how strong that coating actually is?
Well, technically it's rated as a 7-year 9H plus marine grade.
I put it on a couple boats.
There is so many variables that go into the lifespan of a ceramic coating.
Oh yeah.
And so, I find that a lot of people get pigeonholed into those numbers. Obviously there's a lot of companies out there that go, well, this is a 10H or a 12H or, a million H. And although you can theoretically boast those kind of things, the machine of actual measurements, the scale measurements, it only goes up to 9H. So anything over that. But the reason why I find that to be subjective is that it's based upon thickness. So, at such and such a thickness level, you're going to have 9H.
Yeah.
It's the amount of time that it takes for time to wear that ceramic coating away. Yeah. And again, like I said, variables will factor into it, whether the way it's kept, daily driver. You could put a 7-year coating on my Pathfinder, and I guarantee you it probably wouldn't go more than 4 years because I beat the hell out of that thing. And I don't take, there's no maintenance that I really do to it. The only way that Pathfinder gets maintenance is when I'm testing a new product. We're out there, beating on it with something.
On a professional level, that client should come to you within the year. Get it.
Yeah, it should be 6 months for a maintenance. I mean, that's just the way it is. And the easiest way to give you an example of why, look at the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is carved out of water. And the water goes to the path of least resistance. So the same thing on your car, the curves of your car, the contours of your car, the water is going to go to the path of least resistance. And so it's going to etch along those water freeways, if you will, faster than, say, on a big flat surface. Mm-hmm. And so you want to do that maintenance spray so that the coating wears away evenly. So every 6 months, we recommend you go to your professional, you get your vehicle maintenance. And that just helps keep that, 3-year, 5-year, 7-year coating, the maximum lifespan of that vehicle, or of that ceramic coating.
Be real good. And what would you recommend? You recommend an Immortal be that top coat?
Sure, I would think that Immortal would be the best way to go, and then even more than 6 months, like every time you wash the car, I would use a topper like Titan.
Yeah, Titan. Yeah.
So every time you wash your car, put a Titan on there, and then every 6 months do an Immortal. Yep. And you should get the maximum lifespan.
Yeah, if you're doing it every 6 months, it's for sure like probably the lifetime of your car.
Water's going to be terrified of that bad boy.
Yeah,
I can attest to that. I have Kronos on my Civic right now, and I'm going on over a year and a half. And I mainly, honestly, for 85% of its life, it gets rinseless washed and then topped with Titan. And I topped it at like the 6-7 month mark with Immortal once.
Yeah.
And then just rinseless wash in the garage with Hydra and topped with Titan, and it looks phenomenal.
Good to go. I have my wheels on my truck coated in Kronos, still going strong. One wheel did jack up, had to change it, the whole brake situation, and it got pretty bad. But so that one's doing a little bad, but it has rusty brake dust on it. But the other one's still looking good, and that's a year and a half ago. So very even nice. A great wheel coating with Kronos as well. I mean, you can put it on anything. It's gonna
definitely
hold on there pretty good.
With it being rated at 1200, dude, for wheel coating, like for wheels, phenomenal.
Yeah, for real. Thank you for saying that, Eric. Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic wheel coating. But there you go, going
spirited 170 mile an hour runs on the freeway. Even though I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, just your weekend trips to Mexico. That's all.
That's it.
But I mean, that's a good point that Eric brought up, is that just because a coating doesn't say for wheels or a specific wheel coating doesn't mean you're not allowed to put it on your wheels.
Yep.
So
that's what I like about Kronos.
Prep your wheels right, maybe with something we're going to be talking about, and then slap that sucker on there, call it a day. Because most wheels are clear coated.
Yep.
Prep is key, man. Prep, hey, what a lot of, honestly, let's talk about this real quick. What a lot of people really fail to understand is that prep can make or break any kind of protection. I'm talking like prep is so key, and some people might be petty and be like, well, if I don't prep it, I'm going to get 7 months. If I do prep it, I'm going to get 10 months.
Yeah.
Or what's the additional 3 months? Well, that additional 3 months can turn into 8 months, if you know what I'm saying, if you maintain it properly. So,
well, and I mean, honestly, the coating is almost the easy part.
yeah.
You know?
Right now.
The polishing is the finesse and making sure.
I had
that's
a
all.
bunch of different people email me throughout, the course of whatever.
Mhm.
And they were asking that exact question about how do you price for this and how do you price for that? And I'd say that, your base price should be based upon the time and effort that you have to put into it.
Right.
And then, the significance of the coating after that is kind of a bonus to you, because the all of the work getting to the coating is going to be the same, whether you put a 1 year, a 3 year, a 5 year, 7 year coating on. The amount of work that takes you to get to that point is going to be the same.
And speaking of getting to the point, we got $20 from
easy
PLM for the boys.
Hot.
Keep that train
Super
going.
Chat train.
Eddie's in the building. Eddie's in the building. What's happening?
We are rolling. Yeah, so is there? I know Phoenix likes to go back, maybe make a version 2 of this. A couple might be working on version 3. So has the coatings had any adjustments?
Yeah, we tweaked it a little bit. It should be probably rolling out after Christmas.
Okay.
It's going to be this, it's the same name. It's not going to be version 2, version whatever, but we tweaked it a little bit. I think it's really important that you're always listening to feedback from your customers.
Yep.
A lot of the feedback that we really heard the most was, I guess, the brightness of the flash, the rainbowing. They wanted to see more of a rainbow. They wanted to see more of an indicator of when it should be. It's time to remove it.
Yeah. Sure.
So we paid attention to that, and then Chelsea, because of her proxy to me, I get to hang out with her a lot. I get to hang out with Brian from Apex a lot. Obviously, he has his own ceramic coating line. It's very successful. So you get to listen to those guys and learn from those guys. And I really like to hang out with the people that have tried the most products. That way they have a really wide base range of knowledge. And so when tweaking the Kronos, we wanted it to be just more user-friendly. And I think in 2024, that's the line that we're really going to start towing is we're developing a little kit box that that it will come in with an applicator, because I remember one email in particular. He was like, hey, if you're going to pitch it for the everyman, make it so that the everyman can use it. Sure. So we want to have like a professional grade that is easy to use, has a good working time, isn't going to get real grabby on you, so that it's a little bit more forgiving on the application process. And when I was out there with Chelsea, I think we had four different ceramic percentages that we were playing with. Yeah. And we really dialed in on one that she liked a lot. And then I showed that to a couple of other people, and I think we found a real winner. So it's the same Kronos. It's the same product. It's just a little bit easier to use and a little bit more user friendly.
I'm digging that.
So speaking of winners, what up,
back in.
We're thankful for everyone here too.
My goodness, appreciate you, Mr. Christian.
There was a question dropped a little bit ago that I'd like you to at least to come back for.
Yeah, we'll come back.
The naming
we got
of.
A bunch.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll let you go then.
Yeah, I think we got that. Oh yeah, the Super Auto comment. So
we'll roll back around.
We got that one started. So
like we said, proper prep is key for these coatings if you're going to have any success with them, especially on professional level. And every coating company usually has a panel prep spray that you got to pair it up with the panel prep spray, just because that's what is used in the testing of the coatings when the application is done. But Phoenix taking their time with a little panel prep, and now it's just about ready for release. So go ahead and tell us about the release of this panel prep. It's called what's it called?
Peleus panel prep.
Almost you've made it in life when you have a label maker label on a bottle that you get sent. Like if you're before the masses,
Well, you
That's
know,
kind of a big deal.
in all fairness, I knew I was going to be on this show.
Yeah, so you went ahead and sent it
Yeah.
to me this week.
So I thought
That's,
I'd wet the beak a little bit.
There you go. But yeah.
Um,
So I got this panel prep spray. I'll tell you my experience with it this week. I just had it for a couple days. So
okay.
and I got it in the mail right after I got finished with my coating job this week. So I didn't get to use it for a coating, but I did play around with it. And what stood out to me was under the towel, it was just fantastically lubricated and slick and felt really safe and was really nice. As soon as I hit it with the towel, I said, "Oh, that's nice."
Saw a little video of you doing it yesterday, and it looked.
Yeah, and then you flip the towel and buff it off. And then what I like a lot is the slickness doesn't hang around. The slickness stays with the white, but as soon as you're done and it matches, that panel feels like a perfectly prepped, no lubrication, no polymers, none of this was ever added to that panel. It feels like a totally prepped panel. So
Exactly.
Big winner in my
Thank you.
and I see that this is version 2. So tell us about a little bit how we've got to version 2 and how it's ready for release now.
So I think version 1 the way that we typically do a product, any of our product developments, and Papa Smurf can 100% attest to this. I'll come up with an idea of what I want to do, and I'll go to my chemist and I'll say, "This is what I want to do. What do you got for me?" And he'll give me a base formula of something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we take that base formula and I send it to, there's 7 guys and gals that are really on my team, field engineers. And I'll give it to them and I'll go, tell me what you like and tell me what you hate about it. And based upon that, then you just have these books of data that I'm writing down everything that they like and everything they don't like. And then we go back and we, I talk to the professor and I say, this is what they liked, this is what they hated, and let's tweak that. And then like with the Papa Cut, I think we did almost 7 different versions of Papa Cut before we dialed in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The panel prep was a lot easier. And the reason for that is we had a really base formula, and I wanted to just kind of shoot it off really, really fast, which I did, which was version 1. But it wasn't, it didn't have all of the ingredients that I wanted to add to it. But it was a good base point. Right. I said, like when I sent it to Shine Your Light, Tim, I was just like, because his engineering background, I was like, use it as a control group. Like, this is your base product. There's a better one coming shortly. As soon as I get the surfactant mailed into me, I'll redo it, and then I'll send you like what we think is what we really like. And pretty much unanimously across the board, version 1 was, it's pretty good, but it's missing something. Kind of like what you did with the Hydra. You were like, it's all right, but it's missing something that's going to actually separate it from the herd. The biggest problem that we had with the panel prep is that it stayed wet too long. And I remember Ryan was even like, I even used my air compressor on it and it just pushed it around. It didn't evaporate it any faster. So for me, that's a no. It has to, you have to be able to get rid of it quickly.
Pause. Shout out to Hippopotamus Stew with the $1.99 super chat.
Shout out to our sponsor, BioBombs. We're getting roasted in the chat by Mr. Eddie Clone. We're getting roasted. What happened? Roasted. So shout out to BioBombs for being the wonderful sponsor today.
We'll get to him later. Yep. Shout out to BioBombs. We've already shouted him out about 50 times. So
not enough for Eddie. Not enough for Eddie.
I guess not. All right. Continue. Panel prep.
That's all right.
Basic panel prep sounds like.
Yeah. So basically, it was. The thing is that when you break down a panel prep, the industry standard is it's pretty basic and it's pretty easy to replicate. So you're just looking at everybody's default is IPA solution.
Yep.
Everybody says, oh, I use an IPA solution that I make in my house, and blah 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 blah, and that's great. And you know what? If on a really really basic level, that works. But when you have access to better technology, I'm going to take advantage of it. And so our panel prep is way more than a basic IPA solution.
And that's what I could tell immediately. I was like, is he going to mail me over and it's just, alcohol 50-50 mixed with water?
Yeah.
And,
Just
and
your
immediately,
Target
as soon as I
special.
put the towel on it, I'm like, oh, that's nice. This is not
Yeah.
panel prep. So
It
continue.
doesn't smell like an IPA. It doesn't act like an IPA. It doesn't work like an IPA.
Yep.
And to answer, I believe it was Superato's question, Peleus is, we have to stick to the ancient Rome theme. We kind of painted ourselves into a box.
Yeah.
But the good news is like there's 3,000 years of
Yep.
source material to pull from.
Yep.
I like the whole onomatopoeia, the same sounds over and over again. So that's why we went with a P panel prep. And when I was digging through, like I have all these books on ancient mythology stuff, came upon Peleus, and Peleus happens to be the father of Achilles, and everybody knows who Achilles is. He's invulnerable and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we know that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But his father, Peleus, he had this sword called the Sword of Peleus, and it guaranteed victory in battle and the hunt, whoever wielded it.
I like
And
it.
I was just like, if you're in the hunt for a perfect coating and a perfect panel prep, then you need to wield Peleus. And that's I know it's corny and I know it's very Dungeons and Dragony, but that's really where it came from. I was like, it just fits. It has the name, the sounds of the P. The sword does exactly what I want it to do. Let's just do that. And when I first pitched it to Eric, Eric was just like, are you really sold on that? And I was just like, well, from what I was talking with Fab is just like, they're just going to say Phoenix panel prep anyway. They're not even going to mention what the name is. So this is going to be, so just go with it. Who cares? Who cares what the name is? It's just going to be, have you tried Phoenix's panel prep yet? Because it kicks ass. And I'm like, all right.
Yep.
It's panel prep. As long as it's labeled panel prep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so let's throw it the Smurf. Smurf, what's panel prep? Tell us about it. How did it go in your testing and helping develop the product? And you think it's where does it rank on the Smurf panel prep list?
Before he answers, I'm going to show you something from his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that at all?
Little panel prep. Little panel prep and Pepsi.
Maybe,
what does it say underneath?
Two of the best things on
earth. Dang, so someone's digging the panel prep.
Make sure you don't mix the two.
You don't want to do that. That's a cocktail you won't wake up from. But
Coca-Cola friends may think otherwise.
The Peleus. So he sent me the first version, obviously, that we talked about. Then he sent me the second version, and obviously my go-to is Gion Prep, and honestly, Gion Prep who?
You just like, oh.
Bye, Gion. You're out. You take your fancy bottle, turn yourself around, and walk straight out of here.
You're moving
I don't know what kind of magic you put in this bottle, but you know what's weird and what's really hard to get over is like you see Gion Prep, right? It's got that nice like light purple color.
Yeah.
It's got that fragrance, right? And you see Peleus, it's clear. So instantly, you're like, what is this? But when you put it on the panel, that's when it wakes up. You're like, wow, this is where it's at. I already know. I've got an IK spray bottle right now.
Ooh. Loaded.
For my gallon of Peleus.
Yeah, and like I said, I have to totally agree with you. He sent, I opened this out the package and I was like,
what's crazy is like when you smell it straight out of the bottle, you can smell the IPA in it, but when you missed it, it's a totally different experience. When you mist it on the panel and you wipe it, boom, it's quick flashing, boom, does what you got to do. And when you put your fingers on it, it's like, I don't know if, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like,
you guys know from the Apex soap to the Hydra to the Peleus, like less is more for Phoenix. I don't want to have anything in there that could possibly even remotely leave something behind. No fragrances, no scent. I don't want any of that stuff. I just want it to be perfectly clean. The end. It doesn't need fancy. I know people, oh, I love how this smells and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Yeah, well, maybe the surface doesn't care about how it smells.
Yeah.
The surface wants to be
Yeah.
clean.
Well,
Period.
let's
Speak-
talk about this. If you were to add like quick comparison, okay, you got like Apex Auto Wash, right? You know, got no
Yeah.
fragrances, no scents, no nothing, right? And when you get to a panel prep, when you get to adding fragrances and stuff like that, that can impede. That can
It doesn't really make sense, right? Like the panel.
right? You know what I'm
just-
talking about? Like, why would you want to add fragrance? Look, I understand, but
Yeah.
you want it to be, you know. But at the same time, I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of smell for performance versus luxury, if that makes sense. When it comes to when prepping, you know, prepping is the most important phase. You know, you want to spray a spray sealing on and smell good, that's fine. You know
That's
what I mean?
fine, yeah.
Car soap, it has its
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, we worked really hard on making sure that the iron remover did not gas anybody out. Like we were really proud about how we were able to the Furies, especially this version 2 that I sent you, Jamie.
Yeah, I didn't smell.
I've gassed a few people out with iron removers, but you know, but we
Yes,
were talking
Let me
about.
tell you, send this
we were
to
talk-
viewer. Viewer's the ultimate test for the. Steve
Let's
Garner
ignore
movie.
that story
Rick
and focus
Smith.
on Rick Smith here. $20.
Coming
There you
down.
go.
We appreciate.
I
you
have
guys.
opened some bottles and spilt some very strong chemicals and made
Man,
it in
that's
very inconvenient positions. So thank you,
Viewers
Rick
the
Smith.
ultimate test.
But like,
Yep.
and what's funny is when I tested the Furies that Aaron sent me, I was outside cleaning with my my shop manager. He was making sure I was doing good.
Mhm.
And what's funny is he comes out and he details with me, man. And we were cleaning the wheels, and I was spraying it. This is how I know. This is how I know it's that good. My 5-year-old son was like, "That actually smells really good, Dad." And I was like, I'm not lying right now. I looked at him and I was like,
All right.
I'm going to call Aaron right now. Dude, this shit is solid right now. This is
Mhm.
solid right now. Like, my son is standing here. I'm spraying it. Normally, he'd be like, oh, like when I spray any other
Yep.
solid iron.
And a child's not gonna lie, you know, they're
Yeah.
gonna be upfront.
Brutally honest.
And you know it's legit when you have to call someone. I'll just text
That's
someone. but I
But
mean,
legitimately,
you pick
how
up the phone.
Chelsea tested it as well. She called her kids in. They're like, "Come smell this. Tell me what it smells
Yeah.
like." And they were like, "Wow." And her husband is very sensitive to scent, and he thought it was, as pleasant as one's going to be.
Nice.
Very cool.
So
Yeah, I
that's
didn't.
cool.
I didn't smell it straight out the bottle. If you saw my little short,
I
you know,
did when you poked a hole right through the
didn't take
tent.
no chances right out the bottle, but aerosolized, I did use it, and I didn't smell anything really.
Yeah,
I did the same exact thing, Jamie. Just poked it right through the foil.
Right through, yeah. Don't be sniffing iron removers, even if they say they smell good. Just poke that thing in there and go to work.
Yeah, go to
But-
work.
The ultimate question and the last question I got for the panel prep, I heard a word you said there's a little surfactant in here.
yes,
Is
sir.
there a chance we can foam this panel prep?
Ooh!
Does the panel prep foam?
Maybe foam with the IK, maybe
the
foam with something
interesting the process of making the panel prep, the steps and the order that you put it in. Step 2 and 3, you can definitely get it to foam. Step 4 and 5, it pretty much kills any chance
Kills
of
the
it
foam.
foaming.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try it. Like if you shake that bottle up enough, it'll probably foam in that bottle, but it's not going to last for anything.
Do that again, Jamie. Go ahead, do that
Yeah,
again.
do it again, but slower.
There you go. The Pinellas.
It's ready for a party.
Give it a good shake. There you
Hey,
go.
honestly,
Does not
Is there,
foam.
is there a market for that? Honestly, a foaming paint
Hey,
prep?
hear me out. Hear me out.
I mean-
you foam it on. You let it bubble. When the bubbles dissipate, you wipe off, and then boom, perfectly prepped panel.
What if you were to?
Yeah, but the application.
Yep.
How much control do you have over a piece of equipment that is designed to make stuff foam?
Mm,
Hmm.
there comes the issue. Hey, you're getting all the nooks and crannies.
Yes, Jamie.
Exactly.
Well, you got to put it in like the Stoner Invisible Glass can.
There we go. Prep maker.
There you go.
You have a good. You got to find a reloadable aerosolized can or something. I think it'd work good.
Yeah.
Well, the Turtle Wax use those flare saw deals. They might work pretty good. They might foam up a little bit.
The ones where you pull the trigger and it mists for a while.
Sprays
Those
for
are
like
really
10
really cool.
No, please, no phone prep, Adrian.
We got some foam haters in the house. Our good friend Luke Berge loves
Wait,
foam.
I would like to be perfectly 100% clear on the Cleaner Cast. I am not anti-foam. I love foam. You know what I mean?
Hometown
Like, when
USA,
they do those
baby.
videos of, the Kraken foams like a beast, Apex foams like a beast, like the stuff that I want it to foam,
It does
foams really, really well. The stuff that I don't want to foam, I kill it because
You know what else? You know what we love? Super chats, $9.99.
Super chat.
Oh, shout out.
On the spot.
Eddie loves
foam
Chrono.
everything. Yeah.
Everything here. Nice.
Eddie, I'm gonna get you on the Curmudgeon's Corner probably early next year. You and I are going to have to really get into the meat and potatoes on this because I don't see it. I just don't see it.
I like the way this is going. That would be a good cast right there.
Whoa,
But anyway, that's
hot
enough
and
for the
heavy
panel
right
prep.
there.
I sure enjoyed it. Once the towel hits the panel prep, it all makes sense. So
Good. Thank you. Thank
Go
you for that,
get the
Jamie. I
follow.
really appreciate that. You know, I value your opinion and you can tell with like the Hydra, I take your criticism to heart for real.
Hydra is legit.
Well, and at least you can take the criticism, Aaron. You know, you don't just say, F it, I know what I'm doing. My product's fine, but you tweak the recipe, you improve it, you make it better.
Yep.
And
Evolve or die, baby.
And again, you don't need to add, V3, V4, V7, V65.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, was there any more updates we need to cover of the line that was happening over the last year?
Not really. We just, like I said, we tweaked the Furies a little bit. It acts faster. It smells better. I think it's a little stronger, but just as safe. We tweaked it. We tweaked the Chronos as we talked about already.
Thank you.
We tweaked we tweaked the soap last year after paying the organizer. We tweaked Hydra after talking to you.
Once you tweaked Apex, man,
Fab's in the house.
that's a wrap. That was a good tweak right there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Fab. Look at that guy. Huh? Hey, Fab, I already showed him your comment about Pepsi, so you can get off my back about it.
Yeah, we brought up
It's about time.
We have to get Fab on here one day. I'm gonna have to hit him
Yeah,
up.
we definitely are.
Because of his background with the Fab family, he does a great interview. He really does. I've had him on my show, I think twice now, and he's a great interview. He knows how to,
He knows how to get to the airport when Aaron sleeps in.
Can you drop him?
He's pretty fabulous, if you will.
There you go, Fab. Damn. Tell him, everybody. Tell him you want to see him on the cast. All right.
Yes.
All right, so I know that you try to keep things to an hour. So there is one more thing I want to hit. If you have the time, we need to talk about the Pay It Forward campaign.
Yes.
I know it's very, very selfish of me to commandeer your show, but this is a really good cause. It's very important, and we need to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving is the beginning of the Pay It Forward campaign. We have officially dubbed it the Phoenix Rise from the Ashes Pay It Forward campaign.
Nice.
The way that it works is between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are that's the bracket. Anytime between Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, you can email info@PhoenixEOD and nominate someone that you think is that needs a hand, is worthy of, just needs a little bit of help to get through the winter, to get through basically that needs a leg up and a break.
Yep.
We had some unbelievable entries last year. There's a grand prize, there's a first place, second place, third place, and then of course I think we do 4 honorable mentions. And the idea is, if your husband, your wife that details, your sons or daughters, fathers and mothers, neighbors. We've had a bunch of people nominate. My favorite detailer is just a kid, and he could really use some really cool products. Any of that, anything is we even had people that self-nominated themselves.
Right.
You have to have a really, really good story to convince us to self-nominate yourself, because the idea is to pay it forward to somebody else. I know that Phoenix exists because of everybody in this room, everybody in the chat, and 100 other people that don't even have anything to do with detailing. Phoenix is here because of them, and it's our way of paying it forward. We've had a lot of great donations so far this year. We have polishers. A Shine Mate just arrived at my door today as to be considered for the grand prize. A Shine Mate polisher. So there's some really good stuff. Fab donated a ton of pads. There's just a lot of stuff. And last year, a bunch of people wanted to donate money. I haven't figured out how to set up a charity for that just yet. But that is, eventually we're going to get there as well. I'm thinking about maybe doing what you guys are doing here, where you can donate money, and any money that is donated or given or whatever goes straight to the Pay It Forward campaign.
Like dedicate one of the episodes of Curmudgeon's Corner.
Well, the next 5 episodes of Curmudgeon's Corner is 100% for the promoting of the Pay It Forward. We have Papa Smurf next Saturday, November 25th. Nacho Man is going to be the next December 2nd. My brother Trainwreck will be there December 9th. Detail Doug from To Detail It will be there the 16th. And then, of course, our chairman of the Pay It Forward campaign, Ryan Hansen, will be there December 27th to announce the winners. I believe since he's headed this whole thing and donated so much, it's an obligation for him to be on the show and be able to announce the winners.
Nice. Where can people like BioBombs, Christian, get a hold of you to help?
I would say either email me directly at Aaron at Phoenix EOD or through the regular channel info at Phoenix EOD. Basically not to pound on the ancient Roman, but all roads lead to Rome. So one way or another, anything at Phoenix EOD will eventually get to my desk. But Aaron at Phoenix EOD is the fastest way, or you could go info at Phoenix EOD if you want to nominate somebody. But again, that starts on Thanksgiving, and then the window closes on Christmas, and then we take the next 2 days to review and read and talk to Fab's on the board. The Horsemen are on the board. Ryan is the chairman, and then we pick the winners, and then we make the RJ. Just shoot me an email, Aaron. It's on the screen right now. Aaron at Phoenix EOD, and I'll let you know exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it.
Eric has his hand up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
When is Phoenix hitting glove box?
Why would you ask that?
We'll get to that, Eric. It is not.
Yeah, I'm queuing up questions here, bro.
Jeez. Anyway,
speaking of questions, we got a bunch of questions queued up here.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, I'm sorry. We're backtracking. Sorry, guys.
Ooh, that's okay. That's okay.
I want to say first,
rookie move.
We got a week before this thing starts with the Phoenix campaign, so go ahead and start thinking about who you want to, write up for, all that good stuff. Get it ready. Start looking at profiles or something. Remember, local detailers, even that kind of deal. And I love this campaign. So I'll have to send you some towels or something. Well, I'll come up with a cleaner cast donation for sure.
I got something in the works right now, Aaron. You ain't even ready for it.
He's just gonna send you a 30-pound brisket. That's what
30-pound brisket cooked.
We're handing out brisket to everybody, baby.
It's gonna stay warm.
This is exactly how Wounded Warriors got off track. Somebody sent them something. They were like, "Well, maybe we don't have to give the Wounded Warriors everything. The brisket can stay with us."
But all right, D-Work, let's round up some.
We got to speed round because I got to get out of here. So
let's go speed round. Let's go.
All right, let me go. Somebody was asking here, Cat Guy 64, polish before Immortal.
Yes.
I think that's
I answered him in the chat, and it was like, if you're going to use it as a topper, yes. If you're going to use it as a maintenance spray, probably not.
Super Auto asking the question you were really interested in is the name for the new panel prep. We kind of went over that. So it is the name, kind of keeping with that mythical bit. And then Keith Firebird for 100 ml bottle. My guess would be probably 5 to 6. But
yeah, for sure. You can usually get 2, maybe 3 out of the smaller bottles. So I would say you could probably definitely do 4. It also depends on, I mean, like I know one guy who loves to put it on super thick. He was like, I'll use 1 bottle on 1 car and charge them accordingly because I'm going to put it on real thick. Like I'm going to put it on and then I'm going to put a second coating on it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey man,
that's a clear coat restoration right there.
You can do whatever it is that you want to do.
If you want the lifetime coating, you put the whole 100
go
on
for it. But also, if you're going to use, if you're doing a big F350, probably not. So
we talked about it a bit for Tyler M. Minister Fresh. Missed it. The smell. Someone said a light lavender. But
light lavender.
Yeah, I mean,
if I was actually talking with my team already. If we decide to do a specific glass cleaner, we'll probably add a scent to a glass cleaner because that's not as I don't think it's as important as a perfect panel prep. Like you need to have a perfect surface. And when you get into scents and dyes are usually a powder, but scents are usually like an oil. And even though you're adding it in such small quantities, it's still something that could possibly be left behind. And if you're trying to make an absolutely flawless surface, I'm not risking anything. So I'm keeping everything out of the panel prep.
But you can easily add, panel prep and glass cleaner to this. I mean, just use
that can actually, trust me, it works phenomenal as a glass cleaner too.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And to kind of round out the questions, the hot and heavy one, EC Details.
Oh,
Phoenix sit in the glove box.
It's I don't really have the greatest. Honestly, I would defer to Fred on this question. He and I have talked about this at great length. At this size of a company that we're at, and our margins are as narrow as they are. Unless Glove Box wanted to meet me halfway, it is absolutely not feasible. You're not going to get an ROI on that. And so, although it's great exposure, I don't really feel at this time that Phoenix can.
2025. We'll be aiming for Phoenix in 2025.
Why not?
You know what? Phoenix is going to have a heck of a 2024 is what I'm calling. We got the panel prep. We got the coatings. We got Titan. We got Apex doing its thing. We got Hydro. We're going to clean it up with Titan this next year. Everybody get out there. Get you some Phoenix. On the way out, Aaron, Papa Smurf, what's the plugs? And we'll get you out of here.
Black Friday, man. Everybody needs to head to – you guys need to go crazy on Black Friday. You're only going to get this deal once a year, so this is the time to do it. Save your pennies. And it like you had said earlier, all of this stuff keeps very well. The shelf life on our products are amazing.
Fantastic.
If you've been waiting around and are on the fence, now's the time to do it because you're going to make out like bandits. We made it so that it's not only just affordable with 40% off all the ceramics, but you're going to get more bang for your buck than you ever will. A free bottle with every 100 milliliter bottle, or a free bottle with every gallon that you buy. So now's the time to do it. If you want to experiment with Phoenix COD, do my grandfather a service and make good on the Black Friday sale.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Papa Smurf,
beautiful. What a show.
Papa Smurf, what do you got?
Go.
First of all,
you're going to be on my show next Saturday.
I love tacos.
Actually, I do love tacos. But first of all, I want to say, Jamie, Alex, appreciate you guys having us on here. Everybody in the comments, you already know, hyped up Papa Smurf. I got the one of the kind Papa Smurf hat on because I'm showing love to all you guys out here that wants to tune in. Please tune in to the Black Friday sale for Phoenix, man. I'm telling you, you guys ain't going to be disappointed. Peleus is the best panel prep I've ever used. I know that's speaking high. I know. but when you use it, you'll understand.
When the towel hits the panel prep, you'll understand.
Yep.
Is what I'm
You'll
saying. There you go.
understand.
Last
You'll
week we went over all. Yeah.
At the same time, you're supporting a small business. This man right here, Aaron, this man is running his entire business himself. He is a one-man show. He doesn't got
I got a whole
employees.
team. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got your left hand and your right hand. That's your team right there.
Oh, jeez. On that note, thank
Always
you
shaking
very
the
much,
panel prep
fellas.
again. There you go. Shake it on the way out. There you go. Have a
I
good
gotta
day.
head out.
Well,
You guys have
yeah,
a
Black
blast.
Friday. Go check it out. We'll see you next week.